Okay, this is the epitome of the great artist. This is Glen Keane at Disney when they were conceiving Beauty and the Beast. Glen Keane's drawings are just so amazing. And this is a quick drawing. This is not like it took him hours. It may take him hours, even days to arrive at that. But the actual drawing probably only took him 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so. Another one for Ratatouille, just an amazing piece of drawing artwork. But defines the film already. Maybe the film doesn't look like that, but that's everyone thinking in a direction. That artist saw something we never saw. Let's go with it. Let's push it and see where we can take it. And again, I think this was Brother Bear, another Glen Keane drawing. Just so expressive. Those drawings are just, you know, it's gold dust to every animator that sees them. And if you are the animator that's doing it, you're 10 times ahead of everyone else already. And of course, the old days, we have to look at Dumbo and, you know, the great artistry of the old days, which is still not been matched, Okay, but if you go to an interview, and I'm really paraphrasing now because we're running out of time, but if you go to an interview with a student, take a sketchbook, even if they're not asking. If you think you're a modeler, if you think you're a CG animator, if you're any of these things, and it doesn't necessarily say we want to see a sketchbook, take one. Trust me. Take the sketchbook and you will impress them. Because if you're in a situation where there's two people, and I've been in this situation way back, I really like your work and I can't decide between them. If you say, have you seen my sketchbook, by the way? And you produce amazing drawings, even like this, they're going to snap you up because they know you can do more than just push software buttons. And they need the middle to lower level studios, especially in games. They want multitaskers. They want somebody, okay, we're going to hire you as an animator, we're going to hire you as a modeler, but really, we might ask you to do some modeling, or we might ask you to do some concept art, we might need you to do those things. If you come in with those skills as well as your speciality skill, they're going to hire you before the other guy. So really, it does make sense to do that. Now I'm rushing through, so you're not missing anything, I'm just showing you things. So I set an assignment for students, you know, draw out a character with one prop. And I did it, so this is mine. I'm not saying this is the students' work. But I said, I want a character walking in a stylized walk, but with one prop. And this is the kind of thing I wanted. But to do that, I actually filmed an actor doing the whole process, and I analyzed it. I didn't trace it. I don't believe in mocap. I don't believe in rotoscoping in the old days. Animation has been done, rotoscoping live action and just painting it to look like animation. Never works, looks dead, but you need the reference of live action or filming or videotaping. Okay, so basically, I'm kind of rushing to the end here. I wanted to show you a bit more of work that I've done that involves art. So this was the first one. The next one is probably the most purest drawing-related animation I've ever done for a commercial for Purina.
To build a cat, start with a chicken. Start with Purina Select, where real chicken is the main ingredient, or real salmon and trout. Excellent proteins for building muscles, skin, and coat. Blend other premium ingredients for maximum nutrition. Purina Select brand cat food. It helps build a better cat from the inside out.
Okay, so those 24 frames a second, every one of those drawings took at least 6 hours to do. Hand, pencil shade. I had a team of really good artists working around. I did the animation and then they did all the shade, pencil shading and everything. 6 to 8 hours each drawing took. But it won awards and it did something that hadn't been done before. So now here at the other extreme shows you how impactful even basic, really crude, scribbly little notepad animation can work.
Obscure, left of field, indie type thing. The point is, it's still got to have a bit of a dance to it. Frankly, would make the movie into a bad one in some ways. And if I was to explain the plot to you, I mean, it would just be here all night. And it was quite pathetic, really, because they would jump up and down in a duffel coat, going completely, absolutely. Okay, one bit of the thing wouldn't have been tied in together, but most of it would have, you know, it would have been. What? Oh yeah, okay, hold on a second. Ursula, it's your mother on the phone.
Talk longer for less. Right now it's just 12p for 10 minutes to call anywhere in Ireland. So call now.
Okay, so very simple. One more. There's a long story behind that one, but I haven't got time to tell you it. But it's a wacky, surreal, that's a commercial, a cinema commercial for a newspaper. Go figure, but I loved it because it won more awards. So I'm going to jump on because, I mean, I've almost shown you everything. I've almost said it. I hope I've convinced you that, you know, drawing's good. It's really cool. And if you want a career, you should really push for it. Just to underline, I showed you the penguin poster earlier on. I raised some money on Kickstarter to do a 40-second little trailer for the film idea I did called Bad Penguin. And I just wanted, I'm going to skip by a couple of frames here, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the process that went behind it. First of all, very rough sketches. A whole number of people did lots of sketches. So a page of ideas, you know, just pushing it around, just feeling it out. And then a little bit more defined on how this penguin's going to be, act in accordance with the script. Some more, another student of mine did some drawings for me. Then I got a professional down in California to do some drawings, but still wasn't quite there. It was a bit cartoony for me. I even did one myself, but I didn't like it. So I ended up going with this one. This was an ex-student of mine who just happened to work in a game studio, and I just kind of loved the edginess. And, he did these kind of wacky things at school, and I thought, maybe I should ask him, and he did this. It's really good. So that led us on. And then I had another student build me a CG model of it so that I could turn it around and see it from all angles. It was really not to make a CG 3D animated film, but just to see all the animators that will work on it, what does it look like from every angle? So the best way of doing it, instead of building a great big penguin, we actually got it modeled as a CG thing. And I have a QuickTime video, so from all angles looking at it rotating, so we know what it looks like when you're looking up, so we can sketch it, things like that. And then finally, I think, pencil test. I did a little pencil test just to get a sense of madness. And then finally, this is the teaser.
Clover City, end of Second World War. Everyone was set on celebrating their first good Christmas in a long time until he showed up.
That was animated over my Christmas break last Christmas. And, it was kind of weird, a penguin trashing Christmas, and I was using Christmas to find the time to do it. But the idea is, my big ambition is to create a studio academy of animation in this region, because I love teaching, and my work at AIE is great. I love teaching, but I miss production. And in my experience, I apprenticed with three of the greatest animators, some of the greatest animators that ever lived. I was really lucky, and I found the apprenticeship system is the only way of really, really, really learning animation. So I would like to get a film project going so I can integrate it with my teaching work and have students work on films and bring really top animators to the city and have the students apprentice with them, because that will be the best education they could all get. So, and of course they will be doing drawing every day. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for listening.